There are days when your heart feels unbearably heavy. You wake up, but instead of energy, there's a weight pressing on your chest. You smile with people, but deep inside, there's a storm no one else can see. Deadlines, responsibilities, family pressures, loneliness, all pile up. At night, when the world is quiet, your thoughts grow louder. Why me? When will this end? What is missing from my life? If you've ever felt this way, know this. You're not alone. Every human heart wrestles with this emptiness at some point. But the real question is, where do we find peace? We chase peace in different ways. Some chase it in money, some in recognition, career, or achievements, others in relationships or entertainment. But the reality? The more we chase, the more restless we become. That's because the heart, by its very nature, was never designed to be satisfied by dunya. Allah created it with a longing that only He can fulfill. Long before our restless nights, long before anxiety had a name, Allah revealed the cure in His book. He said, clear and timeless. Verily, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest. Surah Ar-Ra'd 13:28. Think about that for a moment. The very thing your heart is craving, calm, reassurance, stillness, it's not found in possessions, in distractions, or even in people. It's found in the remembrance of Allah. But inner peace doesn't mean a life without struggles. It doesn't mean your problems will vanish if you pray. Inner peace, or sakīnah, is the tranquility Allah places in the heart of a believer even while storms rage outside. It means that no matter how loud the world gets, the heart remains anchored in Allah. The Qur'an gives us powerful examples. The Prophet and Abu Bakr in the cave during Hijrah, with enemies footsteps away. Fear could have overtaken them. Yet the Prophet gently said, do not grieve. Indeed, Allah is with us. In that moment, faith replaced fear, or think of Maryam, Mary, عليها السلام, alone and in the pain of childbirth. She cried out in despair, yet Allah comforted her with His words, providing water, dates, and reassurance. Even in her solitude, His mercy brought her peace. These stories remind us, peace is not found in the absence of problems, but in the presence of Allah. So how do we experience this peace in our own daily lives? Through Salah. 5 times a day, Allah invites us to step away from chaos and recharge our hearts. Through Qur'an. Even a single verse recited sincerely can soften the loudest noise in our minds. Through Dhikr. Simple words, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, are keys to calmness. And through dua. Pouring your heart out to Allah at night replaces anxiety with hope. These aren't rituals. They're lifelines. The more we hold on to them, the lighter the heart feels. But the world keeps telling us, peace is just one more achievement away. One more promotion, one more purchase, one more follower. Yet every time we get that one more, we realize the emptiness still lingers. That's because the heart is not designed to run on dunya. It runs on iman. So if your heart feels heavy tonight, don't scroll endlessly for distractions. Instead, open the Qur'an. Recite even one verse. Whisper even one dhikr. Because in that moment, you'll feel something no dunya can ever give you, a calm heart amidst the storm. Real peace doesn't come from the outside in. It comes from the inside out, through the remembrance of Allah. Verily, in the remembrance of Allah, do hearts find rest. Allah reminds us in the Qur'an, indeed, the friends of Allah will have no fear, nor will they grieve. Fear of the unknown, fear of the future, fear of loss, all of it softens when we remember who controls every outcome. For those drowning in overthinking and doubt, Allah calls out, do not despair of the mercy of Allah. Your mind may replay mistakes again and again, but the Qur'an teaches that His mercy is always greater than our regrets. For hearts aching with grief and loss, Allah assures us, we will surely test you, but give glad tidings to the patient. Pain is not meaningless. It is a path to purification, and with patience comes divine reward. And for those burdened with loneliness, Allah declares, indeed, my Lord is near and responsive. Even when the world feels distant, He is closer to you than your own veins. The Qur'an doesn't deny our struggles. It acknowledges them. It speaks to them, and then it heals them. The Qur'an is not just a book to be recited on special days. It is a living guide, a source of healing, a companion that brings peace to the restless heart. But how do we actually experience that peace in our daily lives? First, through reflection. Instead of rushing through pages, pause over even a single verse. Ask yourself, what is Allah telling me here? When you slow down, the words sink deeper, touching the heart in ways you never imagined. Second, through recitation. The rhythm of the Qur'an, its sound upon the tongue, carries a calm unlike anything else. Studies show that recitation lowers stress. But beyond science, it nourishes the soul. Third, through Dhikr tied to the Qur'an. Repeating verses of hope and mercy when the heart feels heavy. Each remembrance polishes the soul and draws it closer to Allah. And fourth, by making it a daily companion. Even one verse a day read sincerely can light up your heart more than hours of distraction. The Prophet said, "The one devoted to the Qur'an will be with the noble angels." Imagine, every moment you spend with the Qur'an, you are being elevated closer to Allah. Look around at the world today. People are searching desperately for peace. Some drown themselves in endless scrolling, hoping a new post or video will numb the emptiness. Others chase success, the next promotion, the bigger house, the perfect image. Many turn to temporary escapes, entertainment, substances, distractions. And yet, despite all of this, the heart remains unsettled. The more we chase, the emptier it feels. That's because the heart was never created to be filled by dunya. It was created to be filled by Allah. No amount of likes, wealth, or applause can substitute the serenity that comes from His remembrance. Now contrast that with a believer sitting quietly with the Qur'an. No noise, no audience, no performance. Just the words of Allah entering the heart. A verse of mercy softens pain. A verse of hope lifts despair. A verse of warning redirects the soul. In that simple moment, there is a peace the entire world could not purchase. Allah tells us, "And we send down in the Qur'an that which is healing and mercy for the believers." Healing not just for the body, but for the heart, the mind, and the soul. True peace isn't found outside. It is revealed inside the Qur'an. My dear brothers and sisters, if your heart feels heavy tonight, open the Qur'an. If your mind is restless and your thoughts refuse to settle, recite even a single verse and repeat it until it calms your soul. The Qur'an was never meant to sit on a shelf. It was sent as a companion, a healer, a light for every moment of darkness. Don't wait for the perfect time. Begin now. Even if it is just one page, even if it is only one verse, approach it with sincerity, and you will see how Allah places peace in your heart. It is not just ink on paper. It is the living word of Allah, a rope connecting you to Him. Hold on to it, and you will never be lost. Leave it, and nothing in this world will fill the void it leaves behind. So tonight, take that step. Return to the Qur'an. Let it remind you of Allah's mercy, His nearness, His love. Ya Allah, grant us hearts attached to your book. Fill our lives with sakīnah, with light, and with the peace that only comes from you.